Yo, it's good. It's Chosen NC, and I'm back with another video. And for this video, I just really want to dive deep into using your heart as your greatest compass. Using your heart to return to love, using your heart to return to the true essence of your being. And the first thing I want to talk about is our heart is our greatest tool. It's our greatest gift in finding ourselves and remembering the true essence of ourselves. You got to understand that when everything is gone, all you have is yourself. All you have is your love that you have contained within yourself and the love that you have cultivated within yourself. So you got to understand it's all about using your heart to experience love, to express love, and just be true to yourself. You got to stay true to yourself throughout everything that you are going through within your life, and use your heart, trusting your heart, trusting your intuition, and trust that everything is happening as it should. You got to have a knowing that you are exactly where you need to be, and nothing else is going to take you away from this present moment. You got to stay in the present moment and see the beauty within the present moment, because it's called the present moment because it is a present of life. It is the present of life. This is how we are able to experience life, because life can't be lived in the past. Life can't be lived in the future. All we have is the now, because everything else isn't guaranteed. Everything all coexists within the now, because the now is all that we have. So you got to understand that beauty resides within the now, and you just have to find the beauty. And you can find the beauty within the now by loving yourself and expressing yourself for who you truly are. Using your heart does not mean using your heart to look for other things outside of yourself. It means to go within, to go into the deep depths of who you are, into the crevices of your soul, and just find out the true meaning of yourself, and find out the true meaning of why you want to experience life. You got to stop living for other people and start living for yourself, because life is what you make it. What you give into this world, what you put into this world, that's what you will get out. So you got to understand that it's all about input, output. What you give to yourself, that's what you will experience within this world. What you project within yourself is what you project outside towards this world. And that's why love and using your heart has to be your greatest compass within life. It has to be your greatest compass, and you should always use it as your greatest compass, because your heart knows what's best. Your heart is actively vibrating on the right frequency, the frequency of authenticity, the frequency of love. So you got to use it to really just come back into fruition of your true self, of your higher self, and understanding that you will always be whole. You will always be complete within yourself, but it's all about you being aware of your wholeness, being aware of the love that you possess, being aware of the love that you express to others and that you express deeply to yourself. You got to understand that love is our greatest gift of life. Everything is created out of love. Without love, there would be no expressions of life. There would be no spiritual or physical expressions of life. We have all came from creation. And what is creation? Creation has to be created out of love. Just because you are here embarked on this journey of earth, experiencing your life on a day-to-day basis, it means that you are loved. You are loved by yourself. You are loved by higher powers than you can even imagine. So you got to embrace yourself, love yourself, and embrace your flaws, embrace every part of yourself. You got to embrace your insecurities, embrace your smile, embrace your face, everything about yourself. Just embrace all your features, because that's what makes you unique. That's what makes you you. You got to understand that we can only live this life. It's not like we can just change characters and go into another body or something. Nah, we're in this body, and we're in this body for this experience. We are not necessarily a body, but we are the vessel. We are the soul that controls this physical vessel of life. So you got to understand that you got to find the beauty within yourself. The person that you are today, what you look like, is your soul's identification of what true beauty is. So you got to love all your features and love your insecurities, because the things that we call insecurities are the things that make us us. It's what makes us stand out from everyone else, and what makes us truly embark on the journey of self-love and embracing ourselves. So just love yourself and understand that your heart will always be the greatest compass within this journey of life, because your heart is the purest state and the purest form that you will ever be in. Be in the heart space, be in the love space, just loving experiences, because love is your authentic self. Love is your authentic nature. You got to understand that love is nothing foreign to you, and it will always be your base settings. Love will always be the connection that connects you to everyone else. It's the golden thread that bonds us all together, connecting us and just allowing us to experience life. So understand that everything revolves about love, and everything revolves about what we feel internally. You got to stop going off what you see within this world. You got to stop letting the physical world or the physical expression validate what you can achieve within life, because you can achieve way more than what this world will show you. But you have to have a knowing internally to understand that you will always be exactly where you need, and you will always get to the things that you want. You will always get to the things that you actually want. You will always love yourself, and you will always get to the level that you need to be. So just accept yourself, love yourself, and just keep being yourself. Stop portraying someone else other than yourself. Stay true to yourself and always be the authentic version of yourself, because your heart is your greatest compass. And I also want to say something. When you're moving with your heart, you're not going against the waves. You're not going against the currents or the tides of the ocean. You are flowing with the ocean, and you are allowing the ocean to put you onto your path. When you actively go against your heart and you stop using your heart, you are being pushed back on your journey. You got to understand that if you are trying to go against the currents of the waves, you will only get pushed back further back on your journey. So you got to flow with life, flow with your heart, and understand that your heart is a period space within your life. So just love yourself, accept yourself, and start moving with your heart, because your heart is your greatest compass that you can ever possibly think of. Your heart will lead you to the best places that you can even imagine, and it will bring you exactly where you need to be. So understand that love is a universal frequency, and love is the frequency of God's, allowing you to connect with your higher self, allowing you to connect with your spiritual nature, your soul, and just use your heart as a compass to really just dive into love and dive into the things that you truly want within this world. Peace.